So I believe you're kind of taking on a larger scope now at SUSE. I guess, can you share some wisdom about DevRel?
Yeah, and I say this a lot, and it's an popular opinion, and my coworkers, not coworkers, but my peers in the industry might think DevRel is not an influencer role, right? DevRel is a technical role, and you have to encompass a lot of marketing roles. And if you think it's just, you're going out there and taking pictures like on Instagram and you're traveling and being that influencer, that's not DevRel. And it's a technical role. It is, and there's different varying degrees of technicality, right? That's what we're doing here. And I think that's the thing I would share with people is like, that's, know what you're getting into when you see it. Because there's times where I bang my head up against the desk like I'm writing code again because something's not working and this demo needs to get out the door. So it's that. So just understand what you're you're kind of like a whole marketing department or engineering at times.
Documentation, sales.
I forgot documentation, sales. And, and people are like, well, you're in the community. Why are you're not in sales? So you'd be surprised how many people who are in your community are wanting to become a customer, and you have to help everybody equally, right?
Yep.
And you have to help them become a customer. And so that's another thing. You're like,
it's the role of many hats.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And
all right. Okay. Last thing. Oh, well, we kind of talked about AI already, but like, what do you think if you had a crystal ball that you could rub? Tell me a little bit about AI, and more importantly, like toward how it relates to maybe open source or maybe infrastructure.
Sure.
Not fridges this time, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the whole in the kitchen thing is going to be revolutionary. I want to say that. But if we look at how it's going to happen in open source, I think where open source is going to help AI is for people to look at what the models are doing and be able to critique the models and give transparency to it, right? So if you think about, we have a chatbot that's AI is driving it, how was it taught? Has it been taught with a wide array of, people and their input? I think open source and the transparency that we're going to have, because right now a lot of it's closed. Like how many models that you don't like, they offer it. But then there's a data thing. There's the data side of it.
There's a data side. There's a licensing side of it.
There's that too.
Confidentiality side of it. Like some companies may not want to have their data be used to create other models.
Yep. And how do you create models that have a sample set that's worldwide and still adhere to GDPR?
Right.
I have questions, and
there's many questions to be asked.
Yes.
To be answered. And asked, I guess. All right. Do you have any last thing that you want to say? Anything about SUSE?
No. We've had Rancher Academy up and running for a while, and it's one of the things I kind of want to follow up. If you're new here, there's a lot to learn, and a lot of companies, and mine included, we offer free training. So Rancher Academy, you want to learn about more cloud native stuff. It's not just mine, but it's out there. But if you're coming here for the first time and you want to learn more, have some takeaways, have something to take back to where you work, where you're going to school, and there's a lot of it out there. So it's not just mine. I know other companies have it. There's knowledge to be had and shared, and share the wealth with it.
That's such a good point. How many people have been enrolled in Rancher Academy so far?
As of a little bit ago, 11,000.
That's amazing. 11,000 people
enrolled, but you have to understand that people unenroll themselves. We have GDPR requests to remove them, so we don't actually tally a compute because it comes down. So we know who's currently in there, but like people come in and they delete themselves out.
Yeah,
I think I can pull those numbers of from our archives of how many people, not the actual individuals, but like the unique individuals that we put through there.
Still so amazing. Over 10,000 people have, become educated on Rancher just by so much stuff that you have personally created.
And it's not just Rancher. We have a course on Kubernetes and containers. So it's generic, but I want to make sure that people know what we're all doing here. If you look at the landscape, it's daunting.
It's daunting's an understatement. It's huge.
And so, and people, first of all, you don't know where to get started, but you don't know what half the stuff is. And so when we look at some of the projects we have in the landscape, like Longhorn, we're working on a course for Longhorn. new vectors, our new product that we have, project or product we have out there, that we want to tell people about it so they can go, what is it? How does it tie in together? And then from there, we want to really talk about how to navigate the landscape. Because I don't think people we don't ever talk that navigation. Like, where do I start with, distribution? That's a great place, but where do we build out from there?
Right. What are you going to add on top and all that?
Yeah, because Kubernetes is Kelsey famously tweeted, and I think it's the tweet shot that was heard around the world, is that Kubernetes is a platform to build a platform, and you have to add these extra things in because there's not there.